What about nuclear?
I am broadly pro-nuclear. The problem is time frame. Like if there were no regulations at all, it takes 7 years to build one of those suckers. We don't have that kind of time, honestly. And if we start right now, we won't see first output this decade. There are small modular reactors that look really promising. You can basically put them on the back of a semi-flatbed, but they don't exist yet. And once we build one of those, then it's probably a 10-year process to build out the manufacturing supply chain to produce them in volume.
But wouldn't it be wise to start moving in that direction now if you're broadly pro-nuclear?
Mm-hmm. The issue is until we solve the fuel containment issue on the back end once it's spent. So the chemistry of taking a spent nuclear rod and refurbishing it for a new reactor, it's relatively inexpensive. It's relatively easy. But it has a side effect of producing weapons-grade plutonium. So to do this at scale, we have to produce a civilian plutonium weapons civilian weapons quality plutonium disposal and management system. We haven't figured out how to do that.
What do they do with it now?
They don't process it. They just leave it in the spent fuel rods and they put it into a pond until the end of time.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And
no silver bullets.
So is it just that they don't know how to do it, or do they have theories on how to do it?
You have to basically take the rod, you go through a chelating, dissolving chemistry process, and you separate out the various isotopes of uranium from the plutonium. But then what do you do with the plutonium? Because you have now purified it because of this process.
What do? They just put it in a pond.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they don't even separate it.
I was reading about some technology where they think they could take nuclear waste and convert it into batteries.
I have not heard that one.
See if you can find that. There was a process of processing nuclear waste and converting it into a renewable resource.
It's a nice thought.
Great thought.
Yeah.
If the aliens could come down and give us some new tech. But as of what we have right now, you're not aware of anything that could do that?
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think solar and wind, especially wind, are great in the places where they work.
Here it says radioactive waste can be recycled to create diamond batteries. Scientists involved in an American startup for the development of nano-diamond batteries are trying to turn radioactive waste into batteries. NDB is a perpetual green self-charging battery made from recycled nuclear waste isotope combined with layers of nanodiamonds in a battery cell. Extremely good thermal conductivity of microdiamonds causes heat removal from radioactive isotopes, so the process of generating electricity is fast. NDB generates electricity similar to that obtained from solar panels, but uses radioactive decay energy instead of sunlight. An NDB battery usually consists of three main components: an isotope, a converter, and a storage unit. Due to the decay, isotope radiation is transformed into electrical energy in the converter. The storage unit accumulates energy for future use. We're problem solved, bro.
Yeah, just keep in mind that this is radioactive decay, and that's what turns you into goo. So you're not going to put this in your watch. You're not going to have it in your car. You're going to have it at a fixed, secured location. Now, will that be like a power plant? Maybe. But wow, I hope nothing goes wrong.
So these radioactive diamonds.
It's a diamond layer over the waste, and then the waste is decaying, and then they conduct the heat somehow.
So the decay is inside the diamond as long as the diamond doesn't get broken.
I'm guessing that the diamond is there to absorb things like beta and gamma radiation.
But this, you believe, also very dangerous.
Well, it would require some very serious security issues, but at least from a chemical point of view, it sounds theoretically possible.
The patented NDB universal self-charging battery provides a charge of up to 28,000 years of battery life. Yeah, no more worried about your phones, bro.
The life, the half-life of most of this stuff is in the thousands of years. So yeah, I guess technically that's true.
Nanodiamond batteries will be able to charge devices and machines of any size, from aircrafts and rockets to electric vehicles, hearing aids, smartphones, sensors, and more.
I'm going to go with a hard no on that one.
Really? Why?
Yeah. You're going to put something that is powered by radioactive decay in your ear?
But is this an oversimplification? I mean, if you were really well-versed in this technology, Do you think
there's always
possible-
a chance that if you prevent me with the facts, I'm going to change my mind, but radioactive decay is not something you fuck with. You're certainly not going to have it on your person.
So you think this is all just pipe dreams?
I think in that interpretation, it's a pipe dream, because you think about what would happen if this is real, and you can get a sizable one of these like for a car.
Mm-hmm.
All it takes is a pickaxe, and all of a sudden somebody has a dirty bomb.
Jesus.
Yeah. Having it in a secured location where it provides energy to the grid? Maybe.
Maybe.
Have a good security system.
Yeah, but you don't. So you're not a believer. But are you just basing this on your instincts? I mean, do you think that you should maybe reserve judgment?
No, that's fair, but they did say specifically powered by radioactive decay of spent nuclear fuel.
Right.
That's what turns you to goo.
And so you just think just because it's encased, this presents all sorts of damage if the case is broken.
If the case is broken, anyone locally screwed.
Yeah, so if you drop your smartphone and it starts leaking radioactive decay.
We all know that smartphones are indestructible, so I'm not worried about that.